I guess we're missing our chair. So
exactly. I'm like, I don't know why you're telling me.
Oh boy.
Okay. I think it goes to the newest council member.
That's definitely the rule.
That's the new rule.
I think that's the rule. The newest council member takes the chair when she's
freshman
up
counselor.
there.
New freshman class.
I'll text Jane will be here. There she is.
My apologies for being late. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are we ready to get started?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do I go ahead and call this meeting to order? If you would please call the roll.
Inglesby.
Here.
Jones.
He said here on mute.
Okay.
Here.
Okay. Mitchell.
Here.
Coach. Ellison. Flores Kale.
Here.
Rizzo. Bradshaw.
Here.
Tobias.
Here.
Okay. And I'm sorry I don't have an agenda in front of me yet. I'm trying to get there. So I guess the next item is approval of minutes for December 17th, 2020.
Move to approve.
Okay.
Second that.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. Are there any questions or comments regarding the minutes? Okay, if not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, thank you. Next item is a citizen comment period. Do we have anyone who has signed up to speak?
No one has signed up.
Okay. So if there are no comments, then we'll go on to item number 4. It's considering possible action, owner's representative, consultant services contract between City of Kyle, TIRZ number 2, and AGCM Inc. Mr. Sellers, do you want to take that?
Yes, Madam Chair, thank you. TIRZ Board, Scott Sellers, City Manager for the record. I'm going to share my screen just with the agreement that we have one item for action, and I believe should be fairly self-explanatory. This is a 3.3% owner's rep contract, and as we had discussed in the past, our goal is to stay within budget and on time. So while this does have, as you see, a monthly fee to it, our expectation is that there's enough cost savings generated by the owner's rep that we can pull the total cost of their services out of the budget for the project. May or may not be the case at the end of the day, but the owner's reps have a great responsibility to keep the project on budget. I'm going to scroll back down to Exhibit A, which really does go through the scope of what we are looking for the two projects. Again, this is the Uptown Park area and the Heroes Memorial Park. I believe you've each had a chance to read over this, make it a little wider here for you to look at. You all can see the screen, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Really, these bullets are general duties of owners reps as well to basically keep us informed, keep the contractors engaged and moving, look over the project as it continues on, going through the quantities, the scope, the budget, making sure everything squares with how things were bid. We wanted to bring this forward now so that as the bid docs were issued, that AGCM could look over them, make sure that the contractor that is awarded the project was paying attention to each aspect of the bid spec, and that the bid spec was accurate. Monitor the project. They will be on site quite a bit. I believe you did see another document that showed the number of hours, the amount of time that they would be on site, which is could be daily, but there's a lot of on-site oversight. And then we did add a couple of items: a drone flyover with photos and videos,
That's good.
monthly report to the TIRZ Board. So we expect a representative from AGCM to be in each of our TIRZ Board meetings moving forward. And Ryan Rosborough with AGCM is here on the call in case you do have questions for him. But this is the contract. That is the contracted amount. And I am happy to answer any questions. And again, Ryan is here in the meeting if you have any questions for him.
Okay. Are there any questions for Scott or Ryan?
I just want to let the TIRZ Board know that I will be, I will have very constant communication with Bob Farmer, who's really the project lead on site. And, if you do have questions during the process at all, please let me know and I will get you those answers.
Okay. Councilmember Tobias?
Yes, I just had just real quick on the drone itself. So will there be flyovers just as requested, or just through the process of the development itself, like in stages? Or is it just going to be whenever we just decide to, or if somebody requests to have those videos out there?
When we went over the scope, we talked about having a periodic drone flyover so that at the end of the project, we could have a really nice kind of a time-lapse video of how the project proceeded from beginning to end. Ryan, do you want to elaborate on that at all?
Yes, absolutely. We'll do drone flyovers anytime there's major activity on site that you can actually observe a change in the landscape out there, and then also as requested, if there's something specific that the TIRZ Board wants to see. And I mean, we'll do it every week if you want us to do it every week. There's really no set number of times we'll do them, just as requested. And if what we're producing, isn't to the quantity you want, we'll do more. If it's too many, we'll do less. So just whatever suits the board. At least once a month for our monthly reports, we'll be presenting a drone video with that.
Okay. I think it would be also I think it would also be a good idea to have that for just digital documentation for future projects, so that way we could have it on record of how that timeline. Thank you.
I think there were some more questions.
Yeah, I just was wondering if there was going to be a drone competition with Travis and the company.
It wouldn't be a competition.
Well, I think that might be fun. So I'm off. I vote yes.
Okay.
Commissioner Inglesby, I've got a question. Councilmember Rizzo, for the record.
Yes.
One of the things I was looking at is provide a monthly report to the owner documenting issues, photos, schedule updates. Who is the owner that they're referring to in this portion of this document?
I'm sorry, we're referring to the TIRZ board.
The TIRZ board? Okay, that's what I was making sure. I was just
Yes.
making sure that I was going to get the reports because I'll be going over this project as well, visiting it daily, hopefully, and just making sure everything's going right. Just something I feel like I'd like to be a part of, just going over some of the building aspects of it, and just kind of excited about this project. So I'd like to be a part of it as well. So getting this monthly report would be beneficial, I think, for all of council. So thank you.
Okay. Any other questions?
We can just add this as a standing item for all future TIRZ board meetings, just a report from AGCM.
Okay. Any other comments or questions? And Scott, is there action proposed on this one? I wasn't sure the way it was written.
Yes, ma'am. So the action is to approve this owner's representative consultant services contract.
Okay.
Madam Chair.
Mm-hmm.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve the agreement of the contract per it is written.
Okay.
Second.
There's a motion. Okay. There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Okay. If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Thank y'all. Next item is discussion on me. Mm-hmm.
Thank you all very much. Appreciate you. Look forward to working with you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You're right.
Thank you. Okay. Scott, before we discuss the meeting date for February, I guess there's no need to go into executive session. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So meeting date for February 2021?
TIRZ board. So the next real action item, as the timelines have coalesced here, would be the issuance of the bid documents, approval of 100% plans, which we basically are at right now for both projects. And the bid docs will go out, and the selection of the contractor. So I think what we need to do is probably have a meeting. I'm sorry. I did not get with Stephen and Philip to know exactly what their timeline were. Once they issue the bid specs, it's going to take probably several weeks. And I'm not sure what they have in their specs yet because I haven't read over them. So the TIRZ board will probably need to approve the 100% plans, and then the bid specs will go out. So without me fumbling around anymore, why don't I send an email out to the TIRZ board once I know that specific timing of our next meeting, and we'll set it that way.
Okay. Sounds good. Does anybody have any objection to that?
No. Well, referencing the days, being that this is my first full year, would Thursdays work better for everybody? Whatever day it would be versus a Wednesday or a Monday. Do we have that pretty much set up that way?
Historically,
as far as the days go.
Yeah, Councilmember Tobias, I think we've kind of historically been on Thursdays, but if there's certainly a day of the week that would be more convenient for you, I think we'd try to accommodate.
Yeah, because as of now, for just this spring, Thursdays look pretty good. I just don't know how it's going to be. That's all. Just planning ahead. That's all.
Yes, sir.
Can I ask one question? Can we, after the agreements are near finalized, can we have a little bit of time to read through those? Like I would like, a few days to take that into consideration with on our next one. Like if we get it out on a Tuesday, maybe not that immediate Thursday, but maybe the Thursday after, giving us some time to review them.
Are you referring to the bid specs themselves? I missed out with that, I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you said it was going to be a while because they're finalizing. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're basically at 100% plans, the plan set. And so the bid docs will go out to reference the plan set. So once I see the bid docs that reference the plan set, then I will get those out to the TIRZ board immediately. Stevens here is on the call, and I believe we were talking about very early February. I think both timelines had February 1st to have the bid docs prepared and ready to go. So it should be very quickly after that. Stephen, any comments?
No, I think that's right, Scott. Early February, and we'll strategically plan the meeting in March once the bids come in and the city select a preferred contractor and bid, and then get that in front of the TIRZ for approval. If we can turn that around in mid-March, that would be great. Obviously, all of that can be done. The quicker the contractors can get started. But I say all that and really would like to have Ryan's input on it now that he is, or AGCM is now formally the owner's rep for you all, and get their input on it as well. But early part of February, or the first week or so of February, to officially approve the 100% bid document so that they can immediately go bid, I think is the next question. Commissioner Inglesby's question, I would say early February is for it being.
Yeah, and I apologize we didn't have this nailed down by this meeting. If the bid specs will be ready by the 1st per plan. AGCM Ryan, how long after that would you want to wait for the TIRZ board to bless those specs?
You're muted, Ryan. Try again.
Doggone it. I'm sorry. I'm still learning all these different platforms. All right. So it would probably take us about 3 to 4 days to do a good, thorough constructability review before everything goes out. And then, so from that, it would really depend, I guess, to what level the TIRZ board wants to review them before they're comfortable giving us the green light to put them out. Maybe you want to have just maybe the committee wants to have just a quick wall review to review everything kind of live and in person before it goes out, rather than kind of doing it on your own, maybe would be the most efficient.
I think if we could target the 11th of February, that's that second Thursday, that gives you enough time to do your review, make sure there's any back and forth changes, get it in front of the TIRZ board, and then have it in front for action by the 11th. Does that sound good to everybody?
Yep, that works for me.
That's so good. Yeah.
I think that works on our end as well, Scott.
Right. Okay.
Okay. February 11th at 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All righty. Is there any other business? Okay. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Okay.
Second.
All righty. Well, appreciate everybody being in attendance. Thank you all so much, and have a good evening.
Thank you.
Happy New Year, Debbie.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.